My article this week is on the Great Nicobar Project. The Great Nicobar Project is far more than what meets the eye. It is not just simply an infrastructure initiative, but it is India's attempt to reposition itself strategically in the Indo-Pacific. The project includes a huge transshipment port at Galathea Bay, a greenfield international airport, power infrastructure, as well as a very large township. While it has triggered a certain amount of criticism by the opposition, it's triggered criticism by environmentalists over environmental concerns as well as indigenous people's displacement. The National Green Tribunal of India, the NGT, has upheld the project earlier this year in 2026, citing strategic importance while keeping in mind the ecological safeguards. Now, the strategic value of the Great Nicobar project lies in its geography. The Great Nicobar is located close to one of the world's busiest maritime choke points, the Malacca Strait. The island itself gives India an opportunity to potentially monitor and influence vital sea lanes carrying global trade and energy flows. In an Indo-Pacific, which is becoming increasingly competitive, it's really, really important that geography itself is seen as strategic power, and geography itself is made into a pivot for any sort of strategic thinking. The project must also be viewed against China's expanding footprint in the Indo-Pacific. Beijing has steadily developed ports all across the Indo-Pacific, logistic hubs and ports from Gwadar to Hambantota, Chapfu, Djibouti have all come under the Belt and Road Initiative, obviously looking very officially commercial, but many of these facilities clearly have dual usage, potential military usage. China's growing presence in Myanmar and developments on the Coco Islands, which is only a stone's throw away from the Andaman and Nicobar chain, only about 55 kilometers away, further heighten concerns for India, especially even limited surveillance infrastructure in these areas can have very, very high impact on the Bay of Bengal. Supporters therefore argue that the Great Nicobar is a strategic necessity. The debate is not about ignoring environmental concerns, but balancing them with long-term national security concerns and economic resilience. The NGT itself has emphasized safeguards such as coral relocation as well as species protection. Globally, there have been many states before that have accepted environmental trade-offs to secure strategic objectives. For example, many decades ago, the Panama Canal transformed global trade despite ecological costs and much criticism. Singapore reshaped its coastline through land reclamation to become one of the world's most important maritime hubs. China itself has constructed artificial islands in the South China Sea, demonstrating how infrastructure can permanently alter strategic realities. Ultimately, the Great Nicobar debate is really about how India sees itself and sees its future role in the Indo-Pacific. The core question should therefore be asked is whether India can pursue responsible development while also protecting its strategic space in a region where maritime infrastructure is increasingly shaping geopolitical influence. The cost of really inaction can be far greater than the risks of carefully regulated development.